On which of the following scientific principles does a steam engine operate? Options A, superconductivity. Options B, laws of thermodynamics. Option C, photoelectric effect. Option D, arithmetic principle. What the correct answer? Anybody know? On which of the following scientific principles does a steam engine operate? Options A, superconductivity. Option B, laws of thermodynamics. Option C, photoelectric effect. Option D, arithmetic principle. C, answer is laws of thermodynamics. Option B is the correct answer. The steam engine operates based on laws of thermodynamics, particularly the first and second law. The first law of thermodynamics, also known as the law of energy conservation, ensures that energy in the form of heat is converted to mechanical work within the engine. The second law of thermodynamics governs the directions of heat transfer and states that heat energy goes from a high temperature reservoir to a low temperature reservoir, enabling work to be extracted. Steam engine uses expansion of steam generated by heating water to create mechanical motion, which is then harnessed to perform tasks like powering locomotives of industrial machinery. They were a cornerstone of industrial revolution manufacturing, transportation, and energy generation process. The correct answer is laws of thermodynamics. Again, these questions. On which of the following scientific principles does a steam engine operate? Laws of thermodynamics. Okay. Second question. Which key feature of Thomson atomic model helped explain the electrical neutrality of an atom? Option A, the nucleus contained both protons and neutrons. Option B, the positive charge was concentrated in the center. Option C, the positive and negative charges are equal in magnitude. Option D, electrons revolve around the nucleus in fixed orbits. What the correct answer? Which key feature of Thomson's atomic model helped explain the electrical neutrality of an atom? The correct answer is option C. The positive or negative charges are equal in magnitude. Thomson atomic model, also known as plum budding model, proposed that atom consists of positively charged pair with negatively charged electrons embedded in it. The model explained electrical neutrality by asserting that the total positive and negative charge in the atom are equal in magnitude, thereby balancing each other. Electrons being negatively charged are uniformly distributed throughout the positively charged particle, ensuring so no net charge on the atom. The model laid the foundation for understanding the structure of atoms and their utility, despite its inability to explain atomic stability or vector lines. The concept of equal positive and negative charges were a significant step toward uncovering the atomic structure, leading to further advancement in atomic theory. The other options, correct answer is option C, the positive and negative charges are equal in magnitude. And the other options, first, the nucleus contains both protons and neutrons. This is wrong statement is incorrect. The content of the options model, because the model did not include the concept of nucleus. The ideas of nucleus was introduced later by Rutherford. Protons and neutrons being located in the nucleus was established through Rutherford of Chadwick's conjectures, making the statement irrelevant to Thomson theory. First option. And second, the positive charge was concentrated in the center. This element is Rutherford nuclear model, not Thomson atomic model. In Rutherford model, the atom was visualized as having a dense positively charged nucleus is center surrounded by electrons. Thomson model is in contrast, assumed a uniform distribution of positive charge. Then fourth also, option fourth, the electrons revolve around the nucleus in fixed orbit. The concept includes future of Bohr's atomic model, not Thomson model. Bohr proposed the electrons travel in fixed orbits around the nucleus, explaining atomic stability and spectral lines, which Thomson's model could not address. Main thing, Thomson's atomic model. Thomson atomic model was first attempt to describe the internal structure of an atom. It was even replaced by more advanced models in period of crucial in shaping the early understanding of atomic structure. Correct answer is option C. The positive and negative charges are equal in magnitude. Next question. Which of the following is the last element in the Newton's law of active classifications? Option A, radium. Option B, thorium. Option C, iron. Option D, rhodium. What the correct answer? Again, which of the following is the last element in the Newton's law of active classification? Option A, radium. Option B, thorium. Option C, iron. Option D, rhodium. Option B, answer. Option B, thorium is the correct answer. New law of active classifications attempt to arrange elements by the atomic weight. According to Newton's law of active classification, the 8 element starting for the given content is repetitions of the first element in the given time. This is similar to property of musical notes. See, the 8th element would have similar atomic weight as that of the first one in this way. Thorium was the last element in the Newton's law of active classification. Okay. The correct answer is option B. Thorium is the correct answer. The next question. Hydrogen is replaced as a fuel in cryogenic engines primarily because it gas. Option A is readily stored in its liquid form at ambient temperatures. Option B possesses inherent fire retardant properties. Option C has the highest energy output per kilogram. Option D is an inexpensive and abundantly available resource. The correct answer is what the correct answer? Anybody know? Option C is the correct answer. The highest energy output per kilogram. Hydrogen has the highest energy density per unit mass 33.6 kilowatt per hour per kilogram. Kilowatt hour per kilogram. WH watt hour, okay, per kilogram, which is the significantly higher than conventional foods like gasoline or diesel. This high energy output makes hydrogen an ideal fuel for applications requiring high thrust, such as electronic engines in rockets. Hydrogen is a clean fuel and its combustion produces only water as a byproduct, making it environmentally friendly. See, the high energy output of hydrogen enables rockets to achieve the necessary speed and thrust to escape Earth's gravitational pull. Cryogenic engines, which operate at extremely low temperatures, effectively utilize hydrogen in its liquid state due to low boiling point, minus 252.87%. Cryogenic engines and the cryogenic engines are rocket propulsion systems that the cryogenic fuels and oxidizers at extremely low temperatures. These engines are critical for space explorations as they provide the high thrust needed for launching heavy payloads into orbit. Hydrogen's high energy density and green composites make it a preferred fuel choice by cryogenic engines. So the option C is the correct answer and the highest energy output per kilogram. The next one. In which year did Albert Einstein predict a new state of matter? The Bose-Einstein condensate based on a quantum formation by the Indian physicist Satyendra Nath Bose. Option A 1935, option B 1924, option C 1930, option D 1990. Option B 1924 is the correct answer. Bose-Einstein condensate is called the fifth state of matter. It is formed when a gas of bosons having low density is cooled to an absolute zero temperature. At this temperature, the atoms stop moving. They thus clump to each other, acting like a single atom with a whole group having identical physical properties. Plasma is the subset of gas which, unlike ordinary gases, is made up of atoms, where some of the electrons and stripped positively charged protons flow freely. Albert Einstein predicts it in the year of 1924. State of matter, there are five matters of matter. State of matter: solid, liquid, gas, plasma, Bose-Einstein condensate. Again, state of matters. There are five state of matters: solid, liquid, gas, plasma, Bose-Einstein condensate. The next one. Question: how can one state of matter be changed into another? Option A, by absorbing radiating heat energy. Option B, by using electrolytes. Option C, by increasing pressure. Option D, by using acids and bases. Correct answer is option A, by absorbing radiating heat energy. The first law of thermodynamics states that energy can neither be created nor destroyed. In the phase change, the heat added or released helps in phase change process and the temperature and pressure remain the same. The phase change occurs mainly between three phases, solid, liquid, and gas, and the transition occurs due to exchange of energy which occurs through radiation. The amount of radiation energy is calculated by the Stephen Boltzmann law. A. Correct answer is by absorbing radiating heat energy. One. Which of the following is a natural polymer? A. Bakelite, B. Nylon, C. Polythene, D. Starch. What the correct answer? Anybody know? Which of the following is a natural polymer? A. Bakelite, B. Nylon, C. Polythene, D. Starch. Think you take here. Answer D. Starch is the correct answer. Starch is a natural polymer composed of glucose molecules linked to glucose. Parsine polysaccharide produced by plants. It serves as a major energy storage molecule in plants and is found in grains, tubers, and other plant-based foods. Starch is biodegradable and environmentally friendly, making it a sustainable material. It exists two forms, amylose linear structure and amylopectin branched structure. Common application of starch include food products, adhesives, and biodegradable plastics. And the other options, bakelite is synthetic polymer made for phenol and formaldehyde through a condensation reaction. It's one of the earliest plastics developed and is used for electrical insulator, kitchenware, and other applications due to heat resistant properties. Bakelite is not a natural polymer. It is a thermostatic polymer. Nylon, others, second of the nylon is synthetic polymer known as polyamide, created through polymerization and adipic acid and hexamethylene diamine. It is widely used in textiles, ropes, and industrial applications due to durability and strength. Nylon is not a neutral polymer, natural polymer. It is a man-made material. Polythene. Polythene also. Polythene is a synthetic polymer from ethylene monomers through addition polymerization. It is one of the most widely and plastic globally found in packaging containers and pipes. Polythene is not a natural polymer. It is petroleum based and non-biodegradable. So correct answer is natural polymer. The natural polymer are large molecules produced by living organisms. Example include cellulose, proteins, DNA, and starch. They are biodegradable and play essential roles in biological systems and various industries. Starch, cellulose, and proteins are examples of natural polymers. Unlike synthetic, only like nylon, bakelite, and polyester. Natural polymer is starch. Which of the following is the functional group of amine? This is next question. Eighth question is which of the following is the functional group of amine? A. Oxygen, B. Nitrogen, C. Helium, D. Barium. What the correct answer? Correct answer is B. Nitrogen. And amine is a functional group with a nitrogen atom having a lone pair. Basically, amines are ammonia in which nitrogen have a valence of 5. That's why it makes trivalent with a lone pair. Amines are used in water purification, medicine, manufacturing, and insecticides and pesticides. These are also used in production of amino acids. It is also used in pain relieving medicines. Types of amines generally 4 types. Primary amine, secondary amine, tertiary amine, cyclic amine. Amines can be obtained from halogen alkanes. So option B, nitrogen is the correct answer. Which of the following is the functional group of amine? Option B, nitrogen is the correct answer. Ninth question. Biogas is produced from biomass by dash. A. Destructive distillation. B. Anaerobic fermentation. C. Fractional distillation. D. Dry distillation. Option B. Anaerobic fermentation is the correct answer. Biogas produced from raw organic materials such as agriculture waste, manure, plant material, sewage, and food waste. Others, destructive distillation is the process of separations of solid components from a mixture by heating in the absence of air. Examples: coal tar, coke, oils and gases. And fractional distillation. Next one, fractional distillation is the process of separation used to separate liquid mixtures based on the difference in boiling points. Example: kerosene, oil, and separation of natural gas. And option D, dry distillation is it is the process of heating of solid materials to produce gaseous products. Example: wood, oil, shale, and coal. Correct answer is biogas, produced from raw organic materials such as agriculture waste, manure, plant material, sewage, and food waste. Which of the following element is present in an antiperspirant deodorant? Antiperspirant deodorant. A. Copper. B. Sodium. C. Iron. D. Aluminum. What the correct answer? Correct answer is B. Aluminum. Antiperspirant is liquid gel that is used to reduce sweating and expression. The aluminum-based compounds and used because this compound from a temporary plug within the speed that forms flow of thread. When the aluminum comes in contact with thread, it turns into a gel that pumps back over the sweat gland. Sweat is still produced in our body, but it won't be released in the areas what antiperspirant has been applied. When an antiperspirant is applied, the salt dissolves the sweat or moisture in the underarm. Answer is D. Aluminum is the correct answer. Aluminum based compound. Like what? Which one? I want to question which one of the following pairs of metals are very good conductors of heat? Option A, silver and copper. Option B, silver and lead. Option C, copper and mercury. Option D, lead and mercury. Option A, silver and copper. The correct answer. Correct answer is option A, silver and copper. Thermal conductivity is nothing but the measure of the ability of the material to transfer heat when its temperature is rising. It is an intrinsic property. Metals which are having higher value and thermal conductivity and are preferred to as a good conductor of heat. The SI unit conductivity is watts per meter Kelvin. Watts per meter Kelvin. Thermal conductivity of any material is decided two factors: motion of free electrons, lattice vibrations. In case of solids, since atoms molecules are tightly packed and it is more difficult for the electrons and for even higher temperature, and hence thermal conductivity decreases with the temperature. Decreases with temperature. Thermal conductivity. Here we can silver and copper have greater value of thermal conductivity as compared to remaining elements. In both metal silver and copper are good conductors of heat. Material thermal conductivity watts per meter Kelvin. Silver 406.0, copper 3885.0, lead 34.7, mercury 8.3. Silver and copper is the correct answer. The thermal conductivity is gases increases with increasing temperature, but for liquids it decreases with the temperature because for expansions and increasing separation between the molecules. If we increase the temperature, there is change in the electronic properties of metals due to which number of free electrons and hence lattice vibrations increases. Transfer of heat is depend upon the movement of molecules that such an increase in molecular velocity and hence thermal conductivity. The next question, what is the main difference between prokaryotic and eukaryotic cells? A. Presence of cell wall. B. Presence of membrane, bond nucleus, and organelles like mitochondria, organelles, and like mitochondria. Option C. Presence of cytoplasm. Option D. Presence of ribosomes. Answer is option B. Presence of membrane bound nucleus and organelles like mitochondria. Prokaryotic cells Prokaryotic cells lack membrane-bound nucleus of organelles. Their genetic material is present in cytoplasm in the region called the nucleus. Eukaryotic cells have a well-defined membrane-bound nucleus. They houses their genetic material, DNA. They also contain membrane-bound organelles such as the mitochondria, endoplasmic reticulum, and Golgi apparatus. The presence of the organelles is eukaryotic cells allows them to carry out specialized functions, ensuring higher levels of cellular organization and complexity. Eukaryotic cells are generally smaller and simpler compared to eukaryotic cells, which are larger and more complex. The examples of prokaryotic cells include bacteria and archaea, while eukaryotic cells are found in plants, animals, and fungi. The presence of membrane-bound nucleus is considered a fundamental distinction between prokaryotic and eukaryotic cells. What are the main difference between prokaryotic and eukaryotic cells? Answer B. Presence of membrane-bound nucleus and organelles like mitochondria is the correct answer. Still, the standard hydrogen electrode is arbitrarily assigned a potential value of the standard hydrogen electrode is arbitrarily assigned a potential value of 1 volts, option A 1 volt, option B minus 1 volt, option C 0 volts, option D 100 volts. Which one? You will know what's the correct answer. The standard hydrogen electrode is arbitrarily assigned a potential value of option A 1 volt, option B minus 1 volt, option C 0 volts, option D 100 volts. Answer is option C 0 volts. The standard hydrogen electrode, the reference of electrode used in electrochemistry to measure the electrode potential for other electrodes. It is arbitrarily assigned a potential value of 0 volts at all temperature to serve as universal reference for electrode potential method. The standard hydrogen electrode of platinum electrode in contact with hydrogen gas and immersed in a solution containing H plus ions, typically 1 mHcl. The half reaction occurring H plus 2H aqueous plus 2E minus is 0 watts allows consistent comparisons of the potential of various electrodes in electrochemical cells. Other first options, 1 volts, the value of 1 volts does not correspond to any standard reference electrode. It is not arbitrarily assigned to standard hydrogen electrode. Electrode potential measured with respect to standard hydrogen electrode may vary and can be above or below 1 watts, depending on specific electrodes half reactions. And the other minus 1 watt is also incorrect, not assigned to any standard reference electrode. Negative potential typically represent reduction reactions, but standard hydrogen electrode itself zero reference point to all electrode potential. And last option, option 4, 100 watts, is an unrealistic value for electrode potential in electrochemistry. Electrochemical cell voltages generally range for few milliwatts to a few watts, with the standard hydrogen electrode being 0 watts. The answer is 0 watts is the correct answer. Which of the following is the color of neutral litmus solution? Option A, red. Option B, purple. Option C, blue. Option D, yellow. Which of the following is the color of neutral litmus solutions? Option A, red. Option B, purple. Option C, blue. Option D, yellow. The correct answer, purple. Option B, purple is the correct answer. Litmus solution is derived from Gretchen. The color of neutral litmus solutions is purple. It is a natural indicator and it is used to indicate the presence of an acid or a base. The litmus solution will turn red in the presence of an acid and it turns blue in the presence of a base. Thus, we can conclude that purple is original color of litmus solution. Litmus solution is a mixture of chemical compounds called dyes and ligands that dissolve in water. The primary components of litmus solution: azorin red, litmus blue. Litmus solution is used as a reliable and cost-effective pH indicator. It can identify the solution acidity in the pH range of 4.5 to 8.3. When litmus solution comes in contact with an acidic solution, it turns red. Whereas the litmus solution turns blue where added to basic solutions. Litmus solution is not always a good indicator of pH because it can be affected by temperature like impurities in substance being tested. Purple is the correct answer. What is the pH value of acid rain? A, less than 5.6, B, more than 5.6, C, equal to 7.0, D, more than 7.0. What the correct answer? Anybody know? What is the pH value of acid rain? A, less than 5.6, B, more than 5.6, C, equal to 7.0, D, more than 7.0. Everybody knows pH is potential of hydrogen. Okay. Small letter P, capital letter H. See, here answer is less than 5.6. Acid rain is caused by chemical reaction that begins when compounds like sulfur dioxide and nitrogen oxide are discharged into the air. These substances can rise very high into atmosphere where they mix and react with water, oxygen, and other chemicals to form more acidic pollutants known as acid rain. Human activities are main cause of acid. Over the past few decades, humans have released so many different chemicals into the air that have changed to mix of gases in the atmosphere. Power plants release the majority of sulfur dioxide and much of the nitrogen oxides, and they burn fossil fuels such as coal to produce electricity. Besides, the exhaust from cars, trucks, and buses release nitrogen oxides and sulfur dioxide into the air. These pollutions cause acid rain. See, the range goes to 0 to 14, with 7 being neutral. pH of less than 7 symbolizes acidity, whereas pH of greater than 7 indicates a base. The concept of pH value is introduced in 1909 by Soren Zornesen as a suitable way of expressing acidity, the negative logarithm by hydrogen ion concentration. So answer is, what is the pH value of acid rain? Less than 5.6 is the correct answer. The next question. Increasing the concentration of OH minus ions in your solutions leads to which of the following? A. Increase in acidity. Option B. Decrease in acidity. Increase in basicity. Option C. No change in pH. Option D. Solution becomes neutral. Increasing the concentration of OH minus ions in a solution leads to which of the following? Option A. Increase in acidity. Option B. Decrease in acidity. Option C. No change in pH. Option D. Solution becomes neutral. What the correct answer? The option B. Decrease in acidity is the correct answer. Increase in basicity also. Increasing the concentration of OH minus ions in a solution directly impacts the pH of the solution. OH minus ions are responsible for making a solution more basic as the concentration increases. The basicity of solution increases and the acidity decreases. The pH scale measures the acidity or alkalinity of the solution ranging from 0 acidic to 14 basic. 0 to 14. 0 acidic, 14 basic. A higher concentration of OH minus ions shifts the pH towards to basic side of scale greater than 7. In aqueous solution, the relation between H plus ions responsible for acidity and OH minus is inversely proportional due to the ion product of water. AW is H plus OH minus increasing. OH minus ion reduces H plus ion concentration. This is shift in ion concentration explains the increasing OH ions leads to decrease in acidity, making the solution more basic. The concept is fundamental in the study of acid-base chemistry, particularly when working with strong bases such as sodium hydroxide or potassium hydroxide. See, increase in acidity and increase in acidity compounds higher concentration of H plus ions in the solution and a lower pH value, less than 7. This is opposite of the given scenario where OH minus ion concentration increases. No change in pH. That is incorrect. No change in pH would imply that the concentration of both H plus and OH minus ions remain constant, which is not case when OH minus ions are being activity increased. Solution becomes neutral. That's also wrong. A neutral solution has a pH of 7, where the concentration of H plus and OH minus ions are equal. If its OH minus ion concentration increases, the solution becomes basic, not neutral. So option B, decrease in acidity, increase in basicity is the correct answer. See, which of the following is natural acid base indicator? First one litmus, second one turmeric. Option A, only second, only correct. Option B, only first. Option C, neither first nor second. Option D, both first and second. Which one are the correct answer? Option D, both first and second is the correct answer. Indicators are the substances that are used to identify whether the given substance is an acid or a base. There are two types of indicators. Natural, the indicators are obtained from natural sources like plants, turmeric, litmus, China rose petals, etc. are some of the naturally occurring indicators. Hence, option 4 is correct. Both first and second is the correct answer. The most commonly used natural indicator is litmus. It is the extracted from lichens. It is available in the form of solution or in the form of strips of paper known as litmus paper. Generally, it is available as a red and blue litmus paper. Man-made phenolphthalein, methyl orange are some of the man-made indicators. The indicators change the color when they added a solution containing an acidic or a basic substance. Turmeric is a neutral indicator, natural indicator. It contains this substance. Change color with pH. So both litmus and turmeric, both first and second is the correct answer. Which of the following is a natural acid base indicator? Litmus, turmeric, both the correct answer. Natural acid base. Substance is basic. The color is red. Where when the substance is acidic, the color turmeric turns yellow to brown. Drinks containing aqueous hibiscus extracts were developed as a natural pH indicator. Natural polymers, film productions, red color changes for pink pH 2.0 to yellow pH 3.0. They are observed. Acids turn blue litmus red. Bases do not change the color of blue litmus. Acid do not change the color of red litmus. Bases turn litmus blue. Now we tell some indicators and their color changes are given in the dump. Color change in acid indicator and color changes in acidic solution, color change in basic solution. Now item. Phenolphthalein, color change in acidic solution, colorless. Color change in basic solution, pink color. Methyl orange, color changes in acidic solution, red or orange, basic solution, yellow. Litmus paper, red, acidic solution, red, basic solution, blue. Turmeric, acidic solution, yellow, color change in basic solution, red. Hibiscus flower, acidic solution, pink, basic solution, yellow. China rose, color change in acidic solution, dark pink, color change in basic solution, green. Okay. Okay. Thank you, students. I will meet next class. Okay. Today class.